Jason wielded a machete, hacked up campers just for fun. Jack took care of a hotel, tried to kill his wife and son. Larry was a werewolf, and I'd be afraid he'd take my life. Michael stalked around in shadows, carrying a butcher knife. Freddy haunted teenage nightmares, wore a glove of metal claws. Emotep came from Egypt, he was all wrapped up in gauze. Sadako went down a well, then crawled out of a TV set. Art the clown who never speaks was about as sick as you can get. Leatherface lived down in Texas with his chainsaw and his clan. Annie lived up in the mountains, a Paul Sheldon superfan. Fisherman knows what you did, wants to gut you with a hook. The Babadook will never leave once you've opened up his book. Eric was an opera phantom who left his mark upon the stage. Mary was a med student whose body mods were all the rage. Jigsaw liked to build contraptions, he wants you to play a game. Ghostface always someone different, but the mask remains the same. Damien, born of a jackal, has the devil for a dad. Marie witnessed her own murders. Was it love that drove her mad? Kayako, killed by her husband. Boy, her ghost can hold a grudge. Pearl was always bound to snap. She just needed a little nudge. Norman, fond of taxidermy, ran a motel, loved his mom. Carrie was a teenage psychic, soaked in blood, burned down the prom. Chucky used a voodoo spell to put his soul inside a doll. Jennifer was much too pretty, she didn't do that shit at all. Not Jennifer. No way. Alright. Pennywise, the dancing clown, a shapeshifter from ancient times. Leprechaun, loved his gold, Irish accent, talks in rhymes. Candyman, when said 5 times, makes him appear inside the glass. Zuzu just gets so possessive, you'll have to exercise his ass.
Why, Dini? Why? Why you do this to me,
Griffin was a scientist who mastered full transparency. Billy slashed a sorority with a crazy kind of urgency. Dr. Lecter picks your brains' liver with his fava beans. Rhoda wears her hair in pigtails, she's not as sweet as she seems. Give me back my shoes. Cujo was the sweetest doggo till he got bit by a bat. Irina tried to get romantic, changed into a jungle cat. Philip was a billy goat who turned a girl into a witch. Ella was a helper monkey, turned out to be a jealous bitch. Pinhead led the Cenobites when summoned by a puzzle box. Jupiter led cannibals who hid about in hills and rocks. Mick didn't give a shit, was just a sadist. Patrick had much more style of 80s songs just like this. Annabelle just wants to play, but once you do, she's there to stay. Raymond, he will never say just where he buried her away. Asami came from Tokyo, she's an acupuncturist. Dracula, now here's a kiss, I chose you to end this list. 88 lines, about 44 killers.